All right, back at it. Okay. I had to switch locations because it's raining a little bit. I don't want to get my phone's my equipment wet. So I left off basically talking about how Israel was taken down by the hands of Nebuchadnezzar. All right, you had the Assyrians and the Babylonians. All right, the Assyrians took down the northern kingdom, and the Babylonians took down the southern kingdom. Okay, because of the wickedness that was taking place within Israel, the nation of Israel. All right, and just like Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy 28:15, what it says, that all these curses will come upon thee. All right, which we pretty much read. All right, but I wanted to go to Slovakia. Slovakia, brothers and sisters. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just go back to Deuteronomy 28. Maybe once the school. Slovakia, brothers and sisters. But let me go back to Deuteronomy 28, verse 22. All right. The Lord shall smite thee with consumption and with fever and with an inflation and with extreme burning and with the sword and with blasting and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Okay, the sword. How did Israel get taken down? Like I said, by the Assyrians and the Babylonians. Okay, how they totally came in and went to battle against the Israelites. The Most High used Nebuchadnezzar to take down Israel and to destroy what was in the land, and he took some of the ornaments with him. All right. Verse 23. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder, and the dust from heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. The Lord shall curse thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all kingdoms of the earth. And thy carcass shall be meat unto all the fowls of the air and the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fry them away. All right. That's what pretty much happened. Okay? Israel was destroyed as a whole, the people and the land. And it says, Salakia, what it says? It says, and 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all kingdoms of the earth. Okay? We were scattered everywhere. Just like now. Just like today. We're not just here in America. We're all over. We're everywhere. Europe, Africa, okay, Asia, we're everywhere here on this planet Earth, okay? And we were put there to what? To serve captivity, to be oppressed. Because everything that goes on, what is here in America, goes on out there in Europe. Negroes out in Europe are going through the same oppression that we're going through here in America. Okay? Letting you know that the curses fit us. Okay? The curses truly fit us. From here in America, all the way over in Europe, all the way over in Africa. Unjust laws being written against us. Discrimination. All right? It happens to us everywhere we go. You got some of our people wanting to leave America and go somewhere where it seems safe, where they won't be oppressed anymore. Well, I got bad news for you. That's not going to happen. I'm not saying that you can't move, but what I'm saying is the curse is going to be with you wherever you go. Because of who's in rule right now. Who's in rule? Caucasian Europeans, okay? And they're in total power, they're in total control. And you have to be up under them, all right? And do what they say, okay? You can also, if you're in Asia, you know, the Asians will be over you. So you see, we have no total rule over ourselves. We don't know how to govern ourselves. All right, we under other people's rule and laws. Okay, and it's going to continue on until the time of Yahweh Shah. All right. Back at Deuteronomy 28, verse 27. The Lord will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the emerald, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou canst not be healed. The Lord shall smite thee with madness, and blindness, and astonishment of heart. Right. Just total oppression, man. And it says blindness and madness. Look at what we go through. Look at what we go through here in this country, man. I mean, this is basically talking about during ancient times, but these curses still fit us today. Okay? We're going through the same oppression what we did back then. From Egypt, all the way up during the time of ancient Rome. Okay? Because this is pure punishment. And it says blindness because we're blind to who we are. We don't know. We were stripped of our heritage. From our true power. And we were told to bow down to other images. Just like during the time of Daniel. Okay? Meshach and Abednego, but they didn't bow down. Okay? But that's what these other nations try to do. All right, try to get us to bow down to their gods, worship their gods, and bow down to their images. All right. So like I said, we were stripped of our nationality, and we lost knowing the fact of who we are. Okay. Now we don't know who we are. Block it. All right. Back at verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropest in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. None of these so-called leaders, man, out here can't save us. Hell, you had the man of the Lord back then. They did the work of the Lord, but did we get delivered? Nope. Daniel was a prophet. He prophesied what was to come in these days right here. All right. And he interpreted Nebuchadnezzar's dream. All right. He was a great man in the sight of the Lord. Did the work, but did he deliver us? No. Okay. Because after the Babylonian captivity, we went under the Medo-Persians. All right. So we were under them after the Babylonians were taken down. Okay. Because King Cyrus, being the first king of the Medo-Persian, you know, he let us rebuild the temples, okay? And he let us serve the Most High, all right? And that's letting you know that, like I said, the man of the Lord back then, they never delivered us from our captivity. All right? It says, no man shall save you. None of these leaders. All these so-called leaders of the day. All the leaders back then. You know, from Marcus Garvey to Noble Jew Ali. Okay? Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr. All these so-called great men. All these so-called men that stood up for the so-called Negro. All right? They spoke well, spoke very good. But did it fix anything? No. Barack Obama, he became president of the United States, the first black man to become president of the United States. the promises that he made. Did he keep up with that promise? No, he did not. He was a true liar, a straight up liar, a puppet. He was just doing his master's business. He didn't care for us. Well, he became president in 2008. Then he had a second term. Here it is, 2023, and we dealing with the same problems. Nothing has changed. Matter of fact, it got worse once he got into office, because that's when all the cop killings were happening. All right, it started with Trayvon Martin, but hey, you had one before him. The cell phones, all these social media sites were not out at the time. All right. Once the cell phones came into play, a lot of those cops killing black men and women, they were caught on camera. Okay. And that had happened during the time of Barack Obama was in office. All right. So what change did he make? What change came about? Now his wife, she has her own talk show or something. Then you know they was just a bunch of clowns. It's just entertainment. And majority of us believed in that. You see? That's why we can't believe in no man. We can't trust in no man. All we can trust in is the Heavenly Father himself through his Son. All right? The real deal. All right. See, back at I'm gonna go back at verse 29. Deuteronomy 28, verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind grope in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. Thou shalt be taught a wife, and another man shall lie with her. That was taking place during the time of actual slavery. All right. You saw that in the movie Butler. The Butler. How the slave master just went out, grabbed the man's wife, took her as his bed wench. All right. Bed wench, meaning you were only your purpose was just to lay with the slave master. That was it. He didn't love you. He went in you and impregnated you, and what came out of you was his seed, a mixed seed. Why? Because the slave master was from another nation. And according to the law, statutes, commandments, you're not supposed to intermix. No interracial relationships. All right? Well, that's what the slave master did. Took another man's wife and just made her his bed wench. That was it. Made her a harlot, a fornicator. Like your fornicator. Okay? That's all he did. And all you could do is just sit there and watch. You couldn't do anything. You could steal, you would kill. You would murder. Just like you see in the movie Butler. But the man, he did stay, he stood up. And slave master just shot him dead in the field. Nobody could do nothing about it. No one could do anything but just keep working. Okay? Salaki. Back at Deuteronomy 28, verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. The ox shall be slain before thy eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thy ass shall be vilely taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thy enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Okay? So we were just totally stripped once again. Going back at them times, it's like during them times, and here today. Because like I said, you had Black Wall Street, you had Rosewood. We had our own communities, well built communities that were doing very well. We had land, but what happened? It was taken from us. Okay, our people just gotta do their research and study and learn their history here in this country, and their history during ancient times. Okay, that's why you got brothers and sisters out here putting their lives on the line to teach you, so you may have a chance to be rescued from your oppressor. All right, rescued by the Heavenly Father through His Son. All right, because that's what we're looking forward to get out of this place and go home, our true home. Okay, when you say you going home, no, you're not. You're going to another man's building. You just pay rent there. Our true home, where we don't have to pay rent, where we don't have to pay for water, where we don't have to pay for electricity, where we don't have to pay for gas to keep warm. All right. Go to all these clothing stores and put money into these rich people's pocket. Okay? For wearing Nikes and Reeboks, shoes that we barely could afford. At least back then. Now, you know, I can't front. People are truly making money, especially with this social media and creating and becoming a content creator. You know, you can truly get money. But still, that even keeps you more oppressed. Because it distracts you from the truth. All right. Back at Deuteronomy 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto other people, Salakia, another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. That reminds me of the roots, Salakia, roots, where Kizzy, she had learned how to read, and when the master found out, he sold her to another plantation. Okay? I mean, that fits us. These curses, it fits us, man. I mean, numerous of children, babies, being taken from their parents, right? And being sold to other men and women for profit. And they were put on auction blocks. Okay? All right, this is history. This is our history. This is what took place. Okay? And this is how you know that we're the children of Israel. Because of our suffering here in this place and what we're going through. All right? We truly need a Savior. Deuteronomy 28, verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crashed away. There goes Black Wall Street again. Okay? And the other different communities that we had, black-owned communities, how they were torn down. All right? Torn down, burnt down, buried. Okay? Black Wall Street, they buried that town. Literally. Just look up the history of it. And that's the thing too. There's so much out there. We just have to want to do the research. Most of our people don't want to do the research. Like I said, we're just too distracted. That's why something has to happen for us to come back to the Lord. Even though majority of our people are not going to come back to the Lord. We're going to continue to believe in America and believing that a change is going to come, but not the change that some of us is hoping for. All right. The change that most of our people are hoping for is to come up with a way to make more money. Okay? Which is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But we should be hoping for something better. All right? Back at Deuteronomy 28, I'm going to go back over verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crashed away, always, Salaki. So that thou shalt be mad from the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. The Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs, with a sore box that cannot be healed, from the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. Like I said, the example earlier of Meshach and Abednego, I forgot the other name. How Nebuchadnezzar tried to get them to worship the golden image. Okay? Which they didn't, and they were thrown into the furnace. But the Lord saved them. Okay? We were forced. Just like during the time of slavery here in America. We were forced to believe in Christianity. We were forced to believe that Christ like a so-called white man. All right, which that image that's known throughout the whole world. That's the man. That's a man by the name of Caesar Borgia. Okay, the Borgia family, who were very wicked. Okay, Leonardo da Vinci is either Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo painted the image, painted Caesar Borgia as Christ. Okay, but according to Revelation chapter 1, 13 through 15, it gives the image of what Christ looked like. Okay, and he didn't look like a white, stringy-haired man. Okay, that's a lie. And the people who did that gotta have to pay for that. All right. All right. Back at Deuteronomy 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, and a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. Okay? Proverb and a byword. Mockery. Okay? And it's also said an astonishment. That's what the NBA players are. They're an astonishment. Okay? Wow, look at those guys. They're so black and tall. Okay? Just I mean, entertainment period. Or just being a black man here in America, an average black man in America. When someone that's not from here in America, or that's someone that comes from a better environment and they go to the ghettos and slums, they're astonished at what they see. Okay? And a proverb and a byword. Niggas, spit, coon, porch monkey. You people. You people. You know, the word nigga only means black. Alright? Which the word I'm gonna say nigga, but it's Niger. It's in the Bible. Okay? When the slave masters would call us nigga or nigger, they just really didn't know how to pronounce it. Alright? So that's where that came from. But it became a name. It became a name of a derogatory name to mock you, to put you down. Oh, you're just a nigga. You're just a nigger. Okay? But that's what that's talking about. Let me read that over again. Like I said earlier, the Deuteronomy 28, the 28th chapter, it pretty much gives you just everything. That's the main book right there. That'll let you know that we are those people, because it fits us. I mean, like I said, let me read it again. Deuteronomy 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. Okay? What they call the Italian call black people a mooly. Nigga. The Spanish, Latin, Miyate. You also got, I think, Swasser, which is in Germany. I think that means, black. Nigga. Okay? That's it. Nigga only means black. I'm not sure what nigga is in Chinese or Japanese. But this is how all nations look at us. Astonishment, byword, a proverb and a byword. They mock us. We're the lowest of the low. When it comes to all the nations in the whole world, we're the lowest of the low. That's because of the curses. The Lord said He would put us high among all nations if we kept the laws, statutes, and commandments. But because we didn't, He put us very low. And aren't we low to this day? Yes, we are. We have nothing here in this country. Nothing. Not a damn thing. We're lost. As a people, truly lost. Look at the good young black boys and girls, man. Little black girl, her future is to truly just be a harlot. And I'm not just saying that because of what I've seen or what I've heard. I've been through it. Seen it with my own eyes. A little girl, she come of age, she feels some kind of way, which there's nothing wrong with that. She starts to roll, feel in, her breasts, her hips, and all that. Pretty much, what men look at. Next thing you know, she want to have sex. Not just with one man, but with multiple partners. At the age of what, like 15, 16? Oh, girl, I'm going to get with him. Oh, he's next on my list. Same thing with men. But if we knew the laws, statutes, commandments, if we knew our true heritage and our true customs, we know not to do that. We would know not to do that. The scriptures talks about how there should be no harlot in the nation of Israel, and how when a woman gets with a man, that's the only man she should stay with. You lay with a man, that's your man. You ought not to lay with another man. The only way you'll be able to lay with another man if that man dies. And the Lord send you another man. Other than that, you can't lay with no other man. You can't sleep around. Get with a man, like him, start kissing him. Next thing you know, you have sex. That's who you're supposed to stay with, according to law, statutes, and commandments. All right. Like I said, we don't know that. Why? Because we're stripped. Of our heritage. All right. Back at Deuteronomy 28, verse 38. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shall gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shall neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worm shall eat them. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coasts, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thy oil shall cast his fruit. Thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Once again, roots. Kizzy. Okay? But there's so much. I mean, so many slavery documentaries will tell you about that. Talks about that. A lot of these documentaries and a lot of these books that's been written, they come from old slave people who were involved in slavery and know what it was like. So when you see those documentaries, what you're seeing and what you're hearing is just people that were involved in slavery, okay? Knew what it was like, and they gave their story. All right. So you see roots, and you probably think they just put that in there. No, that's what really went down. How you doing, brother? That's what really went down, okay? Your children were taken from you, and they were brought into captivity, sold to another plantation. I mean, like, there's really no need to give an explanation. It explains itself. But Salaki, brothers and sisters, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short. I'm going to continue on. I'm gonna continue on, probably maybe indoors. Okay, it's a little bit cold out here, and this is my second video. I want to continue on. But I just figure I just do it another time, or do it indoors. Okay. Deuteronomy 28 is a long chapter, so it's going to take time for me to just really get through it. So I didn't think I'd make just 2 videos, but like I said, it is a little cold. So, but like I said, we'll continue on inside, Lord willing. Hopefully, from this first half of this session, we got something out of it. To sum everything up, pretty much. But like I said, there's really no explanation. It explains itself. I mean, from what I just went through, you know, the whole 43 minutes, I mean, that it fits us. All those curses. It fits the so-called Negro, okay? And somewhat Latino and Native American, okay? Because a lot of the Native Americans and the Latinos went through what we went through too, all right? But with that, I just want to give once again all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to you, Akim and you, Aqua, brothers and sisters. Continue to seek the Heavenly Father through His Son with long suffering, patience, and diligence. With that, just say Shalom.